Hey everyone, welcome in. We're going to get started on the free reads in just a minute. Keep dropping your yes, no questions. Sophie, I'm doing good today. Thank you for asking. Hey, Shar, welcome in. Hey, nannies. Hey, Mariana, welcome in. All right, I've got Shar, Sophie, 350, nannies, and Rose. I have Carmen and Mariana. Thank you guys for liking the live. Sienna, I've got you. Bobby, I got you. All right, that looks like quite a bit. So let me go ahead and shuffle and get started. All right, Shar. Shar, I have a yes, Queen of Wands and Nine of Wands. It does mean this person's pretty guarded about these feelings, but I am getting a yes. Queen of Wands is like, they look at you as like very, like the ideal woman, if that makes sense. Sophie. Sophie, I have a yes, the 10 of Pentacles. 350. Um, 350, I'm getting yes, multiple responses. Nannies. Oh, that was 7 of Cups. Nannies. I am getting a yes, nannies. Knight of Wands in the Sun. Got to be careful with the Knight of Wands in the Sun. That's usually a person that just wants to have fun, wants to have a good time, not anything serious. Do you want to hand them to me so you can pick up the boppy? Rose, give me 1 second. You sit right here because I put the pumps on. Hey, booger butt. That's my baby. Oh, boogie boogie. Oh. All right, Rose. Rose, I'm getting the Temperance card. That is a yes for me, but it does talk about having patience and Maybe it's not going to come in a timely way. So I would say it's happening. It's a yes or no question. So I'm not sure if that's this year or next, but it's saying that it might take some time. Carmen. I have a yes, 8 of Wands and 9 of Swords. Something that's going to come in real fast for you, actually. Mariana. Mariana, yes, 3 of Cups. Surrounding yourself with people who lift you up and give that energy to you is going to be important as well. Sienna. I have the 2 of Wands. That is a yes for me in terms of like opening a restaurant. As far as this year goes, I think we're on the fence right now. I can't say yes or no. I have the Hermit and the Knight of Swords, but the 2 of Wands here talks about like plans. So it's not quite an action card. It's more like the thought process, the creative process, jotting ideas down, writing down inspiration, maybe doing some research, looking for places, things like that. But nothing is actually like set in stone in terms of this year. Hey, Shar, I got your donation. When we get started, I think you're first, okay? And you're welcome. You're welcome, 350. Nannies, you're welcome. Lorene, I have your question. Amy, I have your question. Amy, I'm doing good. How are you? Sienna, that sounds good. Have a great night. Nat, welcome in. Hey, Marta. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. All right, Fabi. I have a yes, Fabi. Queen of Pentacles. Very serious, grounded energy. This is like marriage material. Like someone who sees themselves as wanting to be like in a serious relationship, very mature, that kind of thing. Adina. I have a no, Adina. I have the moon and then 3 of Cups. So I feel like Libra might be exploring other options right now. If you do get messages from this person or they do reach out, I feel like it's going to be like, I'm getting like nighttime, like, or nighttime activities, if you can get my meaning. Laureen. I am getting a yes, Lorene, 4 of Wands, taking the next step. I also have the Knight of Pentacles, which means this person's going to be making a more serious offer to you. Amy, yes, and it's the High Priestess. So this talks about intuition, mediumship, all spiritual. That for that one. Next. I am getting a yes, Wheel of Fortune, Nat, but I think it goes both ways. The Wheel of Fortune kind of can signify like ups and downs, tables turning, things like that. So when I see the Wheel of Fortune, I think of like yes, and like the opposite thing could also be happening. So like he could be misjudging you too. Or you feel misjudged as well. You guys hear knocks? Amy, that sounds great. I love naps. Wish I could get more of them. Oh, Amy, that's awesome. I love it. About your dream. All right. We're going to go ahead and close down the list, guys. Make sure you're getting your final questions in right now. And when I say list close, I mean free list. Donations are open. Are you about to get upset, little one? Rose, you're welcome. That's sweet, Amy. I think he's over it. Okay. I think this is yeah, we just got a couple more questions left. I have Marta, Gemini, Super Bay, and Sunshine on the list, and then we are moving on to donations. So in the pinned comments, there is a link to my Cash App, Venmo, PayPal information. All the pricing is in the description. If you have questions on anything that you're not seeing that I offer, let me know and I can tell you if it's something I can do. Thank you, Amy. Have a good night. Martha, I have a no. Well, it's hard because I feel like Salvatore flip-flops a lot. You know, you're still like a very top person to him. Like the lovers is here, like you are like the other half, the match, the partner, that kind of thing. But in terms of like your question, I got a no, the 10 of swords. And then I also have the emperor, which means like his perspective on this is not really shifting. The emperor is someone who's kind of made up their mind and doesn't really plan on changing it. The energy is very fixed, inflexible, that kind of thing. So while this person has a high perception of you in terms of like who you are to them, I'm not getting changing mind right now. So you'll have to check back in on that energy and see if anything changes. The Gemini. I am getting a yes for the Gemini, Page of Pentacles, and Seven of Cups. Maybe you kind of made this person like try to figure out what is it that they should do. Should they tell you? Should they message you? Should they leave it alone? Should they let you know that they saw your pictures? Like, I feel like you kind of made this person feel like they had to figure out what to do about it. Like, if what move that was going to be next. I feel like the Sag gets very strategic when it comes to you, and also like um plays like the chance game to see if I feel like this person kind of tests you a little bit. Like I have the I think it said the Page of Pentacles, and this person's like flipping a coin, like heads or tails. Like, is the Gemini gonna like want me, be mad at me, be happy with me? Like, am I gonna take my chance with the Gemini? Am I gonna get lucky? That kind of thing. So I feel like this person kind of tests the waters a little bit with you and kind of like takes chances instead of really stabilizing the connection. Like this person is like, what are my options? So that's also something to be aware of too, Gemini, about this person. But yeah, I feel like this did make this person upset. Super Bay. Super Bay, I have a yes, the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, which means that this person's got a romantic perspective of you, and that they're looking for maybe an opportunity to take things to the next step, to the next level. Sunshine. I'm getting a no, Sunshine. I have the Hanged Man. That's like things are kind of going to stay in this limbo period. And Temperance is kind of like a similar card to the Hanged Man. It talks about things in moderation, having patience, not getting all of what you want right now. So if you're looking for more of the phone calls, I don't think that's happening. I think that this weird in between place is going to be going on for a while. Oh, is that what's bothering him? You said everything is strategic with him instead of just speaking up. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Oh, you're welcome, Super Bay. All right, guys. So we're gonna move on to donations now. It's not a long list because I just got started with the live stream. So let's see, donations only. List closed. And then we're going to list the donations as well. Shar, just FYI, I might have to take a quick I might have to take a quick break at some point. Hopefully it's not during your reading, but I might have to. My son's been sick all week and my husband's got him right now, but I think he might need to eat. So I'm gonna have to make him a bottle while potentially during your reading. He's okay right now, but I can just kind of tell he's starting to get to that point. So I'm gonna make a bottle for my husband to feed him. Oh, thanks, Fran. Okay, Shar, I'm just gonna put 2 R's. I know you've got multiple R's there. So you sent for a BOGO, it looks like. Let's take a look here. Okay, perfect, Shar. So yeah, go for it. Yep, post your questions whenever you're ready. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, guys, he's gonna be 4 months next weekend. Like that just is crazy. Does it feel like I've been away from working for 4 months? Because I basically have been. And that, I don't know, it just feels like it's gone by so fast. He is guarded. Yeah. From afar multiple times. What did I say you had? I said you had the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Wands, maybe? I think I might have said. He lives abroad, will go back to his home country soon, so you don't hope something will happen. You don't have hope. All right, let's take a look at how he sees and feels. You had dinner and walk home together every day. All right, let's see. Okay, so how he's seeing your connection right now, we're going to just start there. It's like I'm hearing it's complicated. I have the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So while how he feels about your relationship is very much rooted and grounded in reality, okay? He's being very practical. It's very tangible. Like you said, you guys see each other every day. This is very realistic. This connection that you guys have isn't just like in his mind, okay? The Four of Pentacles does say he's going to keep his feelings very close to his chest. He's not going to outright tell you. The Four of Pentacles is like it's conflicted because on one hand he wants to hold on to you and not let you go, and then on the other hand he feels like there's only so much he can say or so much he can tell you. It's like I want to kind of keep my cards to myself. I don't really want to show my whole hand kind of energy. And we also have the Two of Pentacles, which is like that conflicted I was telling you about. Like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I tell her? Should I not? Do I express myself? Do I hold back? So there's a lot more going on in his internal world, like in his mind, than what he's actually speaking to you out loud. And he kind of feels like you guys are on this cusp here, probably like you said, because he like lives abroad and might go like it's going back, maybe feeling like it's not realistic for you guys to try to start something, but he can't help but feel this connection towards you. And how he sees you is like you're a manifestation to him come true. Like you're like basically something that he thought to himself, what I would want, what I'm looking for, what I was hoping would happen for me. And it's like he met you. So you know how like everyone talks about, oh, you should manifest what it is you want in your life, focus on your dreams and your goals, and like manifest the perfect partner and things like that. He thinks you're the manifestation that he wanted all those for all that time. He's very, very tempted by you both mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually, all of the things. Like he feels like you're a temptation. He feels like you're maybe a risk worth taking. Maybe he's thinking to himself, it's never a situation that I would entertain. I would never entertain dating someone long distance. I would never consider this to be an ideal situation for myself, but she changes my mind. She makes me think to myself, maybe it's worth trying. Maybe it's worth the risk of getting hurt. I think that you have changed his perspective on like what he's willing to negotiate. Like he had some non-negotiables And I feel like you're changing his mind on that. How he feels about you. So I think that it's really quite upsetting to him. I have the 3 of Swords, which is like painful separation. And it's very upsetting to him, the thought and the idea of not being able to explore this further with you, having to just kind of walk away and like withdraw and retreat from this connection is something that he's feeling very regretful about. It's not something that would be his natural reaction. You might even have him exploring ways to stay close to you, stay where you live, maybe consider moving abroad, back to where you are, or finding ways to extend his stay. I feel like you have just really opened his eyes as to like what it is he's looking for. And I think that this is a very unexpected connection that he did not plan on having. It's kind of making me feel like he thought that his life was going in one direction and he had it all planned out, and then he met you, and then suddenly he's like, wait, everything has just flipped on its head, everything has changed for me, and now what I thought I wanted I don't want, and now I figured out that I want something else. That's what you feel like to him. Let me know if there's anything I said that you need clarified, or if that all is making sense. And then let me know what your next question is. Perfect. I pumped, honey, so the milk is ready to go. I just need to thaw the colostrum. So when you feel like you only have like 2 or 3 minutes before he really starts getting upset, just let me know, okay? And we're gonna start small. Number one, because he just ate, but two, because it's colostrum, and I don't want it to go to waste. If for whatever reason he's not taking the bottle well, we'll have to syringe. All right, so you said what will happen in your love life within 2 years? Okay, let's take a look here. Is that the guy's name that you've been asking about? All right. Well, I definitely see you getting into a relationship. We have the lovers here. So this is like a twin flame, twin soul. Um, Essentially, like just your other half is kind of what I pick up with the lovers. Very Gemini energy. So like finding someone who kind of meets all your needs in a yin yang format. So you when I see this card, it's very much like you find someone who's exactly like you, and the ways that they're not like you is the exact opposite. Kind of like negative and positive, and opposites attract, and things like that. He fills all the parts of you that you don't have, and then you're lacking, and then vice versa. But you might find a lot of parallels as well with this person. Like the way you grew up might be eerily similar. Um, for instance, he might hate mushrooms and you love mushrooms, so you get to eat all his mushrooms. If that makes sense. Like, there's a lot of like things where it's like your guys are complete opposite on, and then a lot of parallels, very similar in other ways. And even like mentally, like you might be really good at math and he might be really good at engineering, or you might be really good at reading and he's very good at like some other subject, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's almost like you guys are a great match. You can become a power couple because your strengths are his weaknesses and vice versa. The lovers, I can hold him for a minute. He seems okay. Um, he might like watching me play with the cards and shuffling too. So where this goes with this person, it's new. It's a very new feeling. So whenever I see the Fool, it tells me this is a relationship you've never been in before. So basically you would, whoever this person is, you've never had a romantic relationship. Bless you, baby. Meaning that you've never called each other boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever. Like it's never been established of an official relationship. This could be someone you already know, you guys just not have been in a relationship before, or it's just someone completely new, because the Fool is just very new energy, very like we're exploring territory we never have before, that kind of thing. Now, it's funny you say about Sakai being there, because I do have the Three of Swords here, and that is the card that came up in your last reading about him. And a lot of times when I see repeating cards, it can mean repeating patterns, meaning that this person might be the person that we're talking about. Or Sakai is just kind of like always in your energy or around you. When we're talking about your love reading for the next 1 to 2 years, I do think a relationship is going to be established. Oh shit, the Magician is here too. Shar, this might be Sakai. This might be Sakai because the Magician is here as well. Remember where I said that I think you're a manifestation for him. That's also coming through. But I do think you're going to be in a established relationship, meaning, oh, sorry, baby. Meaning that things are official. You guys are exclusive. This person that you start dating in the next year or two. And we also have the Two of Cups. So what this means to me is this is a very significant person that comes into your life. This could potentially even be someone you marry. I don't think it's that far into the reading this early on in your life that I can make that prediction, but it feels very serious. And it feels like you guys are have like really great chemistry as well. You do a lot of healing with one another. We have the Judgment card here. So through one another, you maybe some blind spots are highlighted for you guys. Like he points out some things about yourself that you may feel the need to work on to better yourself, and vice versa. Maybe you relate to one another on a very like primal level, like from childhood. Maybe he's been through something similar that you have, and you guys heal through one another. Maybe there's some I don't know, trauma or triggers that you have from your past life, and he kisses those wounds and makes you feel better about them. Um, but yeah, it feels like there's a lot of absolving and like finding forgiveness through one another. And like, this is a very spiritual relationship as well. Divinely blessed. I think it could lead to marriage if I were to guess. Um, I think this is a connection too that you don't really broadcast. I think that the people that know, and the people that don't. You're not going out of your way, the both of you, to flaunt your relationship. You keep it very private. Your inner circle knows you guys are together, and you're like, people will eventually find out. But for me, like, it's not a showy kind of thing. It's not like you guys are broadcasting it all over social media or anything like that. You both are just very much keeping the relationship sacred and private, and you only let like a few people into that relationship because it's that important to you. Let's see, anything else? I think that's pretty much all I'm getting. If you have any questions, let me know. He said you plan just low key, you plan on doing private things. Okay, baby. If you ever get into a relationship, I think it's important. I think it's important to move silently. Don't tell people your plans. Don't tell people what you're doing. Like, live your life privately. Like, social media is not a place for people to deserve to know what's going on in your life. If you're happy, keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, keep it sacred. Like, live your life and just enjoy one another. I feel like when it starts to get really showy and you're like broadcasting it, it can start to affect your connection. And if you do decide to, post certain things, then just be very selective about it. Don't give everybody the whole thing. Just selective stuff. Great. All right, Char. Well, that's what I have for you. If there's anything else you wanted, oh my, if there's anything else you wanted to donate for before I move on, let me know. And then if not, I'll move on to the next person. Satisfied with readings? We'll let things unfold. Definitely update. It's really Sakai. Thank you. I love to know. You'll have to tell me. You're welcome. I hope you have a good night. Okay, we have our second donation. I think it's Nessa. Nessa, if you're in here, let me know. Are you getting hungry, my little bean? He hasn't eaten since 8:30. Should I go ahead and make his bottle? Probably, right? Probably. Okay, do you want to grab him from me? What? Oh, hey, Chica. You got a different name? I'm just going to go make his bottle. But in the meantime, feel free to drop your question. I've got you for an in-depth reading. Are we doing love spread or a question? You got it, girl. Okay, I'll let you know when I'm back. Feel free to grab a drink or something if needed. This shouldn't take too long, but I'm just gonna step away for a few. Hey guys, sorry I had to step away. Roja, are you still in here? You said for one. Okay. Got it. Roja, you'll be next, okay? Everyone's changing their names around here. Okay, so we have um one reading love spread here, and then after that is Roja, okay? You're here. All right. Roja, you're next. All right, friends. Oh, really? I wonder if that's what's happening to everybody because everyone's coming in here with different names now. All right, let's do love spread. Got it. All right, Nessa, this one is for you. We're pulling cards. Okay, so Nessa, this person, I mean, are you guys in a relationship? Because it's definitely giving relationship energy. I have the King of Wands, how he feels about you. So he's like wants to lead. He wants to step up. He wants to make the plans. He wants to strategize. Um, the King of Wands is like the person that wants to kind of take charge in the relationship, be the quote unquote man. Um, oh, you guys are not together. Oh my goodness. He's definitely giving like want to be in a relationship vibe, or like views you as the person that he's in a relationship with. So maybe his perspective is that you're still the main one, you're still the one, you're still his partner, you're still the one that he views like his girl, etc., etc. His true intentions, we have the King of Cups. So again, that's very much leadership and taking charge energy, masculine energy, but it's more on like the emotional side. So maybe he's wanting to cater more to your emotional needs right now. You've been trying to work it out, but it's been rough. Okay. Maybe it's starting to click that he's needing to cater more to you in some ways. Um, what you want, I think that that's what you're looking for. You're looking for him to cater to your emotional needs, looking for him to like maybe kind of like get on the same page with you. Literally page of cups. I didn't even realize that I said that. But I feel like you're okay if as long as as long as he, how do I say this, as long as he does it right, I think you're okay with it taking a little bit longer. You just want to see the progress. You want to see that the effort's being made and it's consistent over time. So something I kind of read today, which is reminding me of you in the energy, is that you could do without the grand gestures. The grand gestures are nice, but consistency for you is more important. um and what he wants, has he told you if he wants kids? Because I'm getting very much like get you pregnant energy right now. I have the Empress. The Empress is basically saying you're his ideal woman. You're like who he views as like his partner, his wife, the mother of his children. That's the energy that's coming in with the Empress. It's like goddess, feminine. No, you're untouchable. Like no one can compare to you energy. um, so that's interesting. We have what brings you together is the Queen of Cups. We do have the Queen and the King here, by the way. Whenever I see that in the same reading, it does indicate a good match for each other. But maybe you guys just are like needing maybe more to seeing eye to eye. It doesn't mean that you're incompatible, though. That's what your last conversation was about, what you needed from him. He does. You talk about it. You're on track with everything prior to breakup. But of course, I think since we're trying to work it out, that's been the priority, not talking about kids, but that's been the plan. Okay. Because that's still like something I feel like he's interested in with this card here. Um, I feel like he wants to cater to your emotional needs, and I feel like you are very direct about what it is and what you need. And I think that that does strengthen your connection or your relationship. Um, what pulls you apart is the Six of Pentacles. It's never even, right? Like it's always someone giving more to this connection than the other person. And the Six of Pentacles is very much about equal give and take. And so that is seen as a weakness or something that makes it harder for your connection, is that there's not a balance in who's giving more to the relationship. This could mean that it's always on your shoulders to put more effort. It could mean that you guys pass that ball back and forth, so on and so forth. But it's like the weakness is that you guys have to figure out how to balance that out, where not one person is putting more into it. Not one person cares more than the other person at any given time. Um, I have the energy around the relationship is the King of Pentacles. And so that's very stable energy. I know that you said it's been rough. It's been really hard to work through, but I feel like this is a really good energy to try to sprout from, so to speak, like build on, is just a very stable and grounded energy. What's hidden I have here is that you guys have your own internal monologue going on. Remind yourself that he also maybe has things that's going on with him internally that he's trying to work through and in support of your relationship, and you do too. Maybe it's not always expressed, but maybe he thinks about you more than you realize. Maybe you worry about him more than he realizes. Maybe you're both just as concerned about making this work than the other person realizes. So the hidden things are the things that we keep to ourselves. Just remind yourself that just because you're not hearing it from him doesn't mean he doesn't care or that he's not thinking about it. You know what I mean? As far as the success of the relationship, I am getting a yes. I have the 10 of Pentacles. So that's kind of like growing old together, getting married, um, building a family, building a life. So the energy is there for a successful relationship. I think at this point, you guys are both very much like caring about one another. And I can see that you guys put each other in your own respective places as like the main person for you, or like your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, wife, your partner, like it's like you are to each other the same thing. And it doesn't seem like either of you are actively looking elsewhere. So that tells me that your connection is the priority. It's just a matter of like, it's not incompatibility. It's, can you guys find that perfect balance. Like, can you guys find that place in the middle where you both can feel like your needs are being met and that you're getting what you want out of this and it's worth it to keep trying? Baby, do we need to do a let's see. So, Nessa, let me know if there was anything you wanted to add on for after this, or if that satisfies your reading, and we'll move on to the next person. The Tylenol's right here, baby. I can draw it up. Exactly. You haven't talked since your last convo because you got upset with him not telling you about going out with a coworker that was a girl. Oh, geez. Late at night, he took it wrong, but I'm like, oh, yeah. Sounds like boundaries are not being respected there with that. That's definitely a problem. Maybe what he views is okay, you don't, and that might be one of the things that you guys have to work on, is that if he thinks it's perfectly fine and innocent and it bothers you, then you need to be the priority. Do you want to give it to him or do you want me to?
Yeah, whichever.
Oh, Annie's at a. You're good, thanks. You're welcome. I hope so too. I hope you guys can figure it out. Roha, are you here? Hey, Roha. I put a disclaimer at the beginning of this. My son has been sick all week. He's got a lot of congestion. My husband's got him while I'm working, but I do need to take little breaks here and there to like give him Tylenol or clear his nasal passages, etc., etc. So I'm gonna do that really quickly, and then I'll be right with you. So just give me a couple minutes, okay? I'm a brand new one. I had him in November, so he's a little guy. Oh, Nessa, I just saw you said congrats. I appreciate that, friend. Thank you so much. All right, Rojo. I'm going to shuffle for you now, okay? Does he seem to be breathing better?
It sounds like it.
Welcome to the club. You're a mom too? All right, Kayla. It looks like in-depth love spreads are the reading of the night tonight. Love that. Okay, so Roja, as far as the love spread goes with the Aries, you said you want to know what's going on with him, like his feelings. The love spread does touch on his feelings. It doesn't go super in depth. I only pull one card specifically for that. So if you want the love spread, we go into like how he feels, his intentions, what he's looking for right now. What brings you together, how he's feeling, that kind of thing. But if you're wanting like a whole spread based off of like how he's feeling right now, then I'm just going to pull cards and just see what comes through. So I just wanted to, like, are you looking for like a overall overarching like spread that can give you like small details on like the whole picture, or are you looking specifically into getting more in depth on how he's feeling only? You said it's a newer connection. Okay, so you want to do my spread. Okay, we'll do that. Let me shuffle. Kayla, when your donation comes through, let me know, and I'll confirm it. Or if I see it first, I'll let you know. Okay. Okay, Cash App. Yep, I got it. So you're next. I'm working on Roja right now. You're next after that, okay? You think maybe he's hungry now? It's been 2 hours. Let me see if he'll take it from me. And if he takes it from me, then I'll know that he'll take it. Okay, baby. I see. Did you forget how to do it? He's doing it. Look at him.
Is it?
Hmm?
Oh, okay.
You drinking, buddy? He got it. So you probably got that on. Good job, Noxy boy. I'll just have to tell Rachel that if he's just chewing, he's not hungry. I'll just tell her that he's still like, but oh, okay. You trying to hold the bottle yourself? Yeah, you got it. Look at this, baby. Good job. That's perfect. All right, I'm gonna pass you to Daddy so he can finish it. Okay. Here you go, babe. Okay, okay. Oh God, you better hurry. All right. He'll get it. He just has to. There you go. Yeah. Is his top lip curled out? Yeah, there you go. We're practicing my son with the bottle right now. He hasn't taken a bottle in like over a month, or about a month, I would say. We're sending him to my sister's tomorrow so my husband and I can get some stuff done around the house, but we have to make sure he knows how to drink out of a bottle first before we do that. So that was that. That was that, if you were wondering. How he feels, his true intentions, what you want, what he wants. Okay, so I think, Roha, you said, oh my God, yes, the bottle gives some freedom. Yes, it sure does. Because what was happening before, if I wanted to get anything done around the house, my sister lives close to me, I would just drop him off, but I'd have to run back over and do feedings. And then sometimes that could take up, 30 minutes of my time when everything was said and done. But this way I can just like drop and go. And if he needs me, I'm close by. But if not, we can get more done, We just haven't done it in a while. Because when I have him mostly by myself, so it's just easier for me not to have to pump and all of that stuff. Okay, so for you in this connection, I think you said it's a newer connection. I feel that what you're looking for and what he's looking for isn't 100% aligned. Or it could mean this also, that maybe you're further along in what you're looking for than he is. So, for example, the end goal for you both could be a relationship, but maybe it takes him longer to get there than it would for you. So, you might catch feelings faster than he would. That maybe if a relationship is something he's considering in the future down the line, you might want that months ahead of him. Because what it's showing me is like, while there is compatibility here, it's like you guys are looking at this from different angles. You're looking at the connection from a different angle. So he loves the communication. You guys really seem to understand each other. There may be like some witty banter back and forth. You might stimulate one another's minds. He might be very interested in the things you have to say, and vice versa. There's a good connection here on the mental level. His true intentions, we have a page. So that just makes me a little bit nervous. Page of Cups is definitely better than like a Page of Wands or something, but a Page of Cups is kind of like he's not well versed in relationships. He's not well versed in like the true sense of dating. Like he might, and I'm saying if Alex is a girl or something, let me know. I'm sorry. I'm just like assuming over here. But I feel like he might be just not as like into the idea. I don't know. What am I trying to say? It's not that he's against the idea of a relationship. He's just in no hurry. Okay. And the page may make me feel like he's the type of person that's kind of like been stunted in when it comes to relationships. So and pages do mean younger. Yes, pages do mean that he's more of like a juvenile than you, or he might, and that might be maybe too why I kept getting like the image of you being much more ahead of him. Remember I was saying like I feel like you're further along than he is. That could be part of it. But it means too that like he might tell you he's not really had a lot of experience with relationships, or like he might say I've only had like one serious relationship or like two serious relationships. Like I feel like he just hasn't had a lot of, or he may say he's had no serious relationships. It just to me feels like novice. It feels very he feels very green in the realm of relationships. um and I feel like for you, what you're looking for is like someone to grow old with. You know what I mean? You're looking for that partner and someone to build a life with. And he's over here like a Knight of Swords, just kind of wanting to do things on a whim. You know, he's saying, I want to just do what I want. I want to, go out there and have fun, and I want to like just be a little impulsive. I want to just like shoot from the hip. I want to do what feels right to me in the moment and not necessarily feel nailed down to certain plans or certain paths or trajectories. Um one long-term relationship. That makes sense. I had a feeling that you were going to say that. So, he's 32, you're 39. So yeah, so 32, I mean, we're looking at that objectively, right? I think that that's kind of when men start to think, okay, maybe it's time to stop fooling around and like get serious, you know? But 32 is still very young. So maybe he's like not in a huge hurry either. Like he's thinking to himself, a 5-year plan. Oh, by, 37, 38, yeah, I'd like to be married. But he's not rushing it. Whereas maybe for you, you are thinking, I want something a little bit faster than that. I'm thinking it's like I said, the end goal could be the same between the two. You guys could be compatible in what you're wanting in the end, but the concern is how fast you're going to get there. Is that going to satisfy you both? So that's kind of what I'm seeing with that. What pulls you apart, and so basically strengths and weaknesses. You guys are very playful, lots of fun. I think he keeps you feeling young. The sun is here saying that like there's a lot of positive things about your connection, and maybe the connection itself is very healthy, very vital, like very light, full of life. And maybe he makes you feel younger and you make him feel more mature, and you guys just are simpatico in that way. But there is this like pull you apart energy where it's the 3 of Cups. Maybe he still wants to go out and have fun. Maybe he still wants to party, hang out with his friends. You know, I don't know if that's something he's interested in, but like that's kind of the energy of the 3 of Cups, is like getting out there, having fun, being social. And maybe you're more of like I want to stay in and like drink a glass of wine and like watch a movie. I'm again generalizing here, but I'm trying to give a certain like picture of what I'm trying to say. And then there could be also the realm of possibility that he's kind of like, I'm not ready to lock anything down right now. Like I want to see what my options are. I want, because the 3 of Cups can sometimes indicate like third party energy. Like maybe he's not ready to become exclusive with anyone right now. That could be part of it. The energy around the relationship, we have the Death card. So the death, don't freak out. The death is not a bad thing. Death always talks about like transitional times, transformations, like we're going from one phase to the next. So it does speak to growth too here. It could talk about how maybe you're just the right person for him to make him want to like fast track his life and kind of get more serious a little bit faster than he originally planned. But it does indicate too, like that there are changes ahead, that, don't think that whatever's happening right now is like stable enough to go somewhere, that there's a lot of moving parts. The Death card always talks about like, I mean, think about it. When it's death, you're transitioning into the next life, the afterlife. So I feel like it's kind of like going from one book to the next, to the volume 2, or it's like the bridge, the transition between the two things. So I kind of feel like you guys are in this place right now where it's like it could go one way or it could go the other, and you're just gonna have to see it through. What's hidden? I feel like he has your very best intentions at, or his very best intentions at heart. Like he has your best interest. That's what I'm looking for. He has your best interest. Like I think that he wants to be fair. He wants to be honest with you. I think you could take him at face value. I think you could take him at his word. I think he'll be really real with you, and I think he'll be very fair. And I think that you would do the same with him. I think that whatever happens, it's like it doesn't mean that he's wrong. It doesn't mean you're wrong or right. It just is like it is what it is. And so I think that he will be very transparent with you. He said he's browsing. You think he's dating and you can do both. Okay, that's good. He likes to go out and be wild. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like, I feel like he wants to go out and I feel like he wants to party and I feel like he wants to do all these things, which is interesting at 32. Because when I was 32, I was not interested in any of that stuff. But I was picking up on that energy with the 3 of Cups. Now, will the relationship be successful? 9 of Pentacles is here. This, at the end of the day, is a yes for me, that the relationship is set up for success down the road. But the 9 of Pentacles comes with a condition, and that's hard work paying off, meaning that you will probably, this probably won't be the easiest thing to reach the finish line. It might take a lot of compromising on both sides, quote unquote hard work. You will be rewarded in the end. It would be worth it in the end, but it would be, yeah, I mean, you're really gonna, it might not be just like the easiest road, if that makes sense.
Gets the job done.
You appreciate transparency. He likes to avoid a dull conversation. You're dealing with someone very I said not well versed in relationships. That's the nicest way to put it. But I do think he wants to be fair to you and honest. That's one thing I will say. You're not trying that hard with a baby. You probably would do better either just having fun with him and not expecting anything, or just finding someone maybe a little older. Oh, you're ready to set him free. All right. Well, here, I tried to be as PC as I could during this reading, but I would agree and support with that decision. Like I said, it doesn't mean you guys aren't compatible in a lot of different ways. It just means that what you're looking for might not be the same right now. Oh, can you still not hear me? I was on mute for a quick second. Exactly. That is exactly it. Oh, my baby tired. His eyes are closed. Yeah. I feel like it's like you want different things right now, but maybe you want the same things in the end. It's just he's not in a hurry to get there and he's not going to fast track anything. Um or he doesn't plan to. And you are looking for something maybe more organic, like you're looking for something that where you guys grow together, like you guys want the same things, you guys are parallel to each other, you're not feeling like you're hurrying someone along to get to where you are. um I think you could have an easier time with someone different, if I can be honest, but I guess it just depends on how much you like this person. Okay, so hopefully then this just confirms what decision you've already made. and it sounds like it resonates for you. But if you have any questions about anything I said, let me know. And then if you want to add on for any other readings, let me know before I move on to the next person.
Earlier on, there were times when he would say stupid stuff like, I might not play with you. And I was like, what? You know, there's all
I forgot that that has been there since I was pregnant. The thing
thing
just like lived and died here. Well, then have some fun. You know what I mean? If you want. I mean, it's up to you. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely like people that you can have like a fling and like fun, flirty, whatever with, but that's where you have to leave it if you decide to do something like that. You're welcome. I hope you have a good rest of your night. It was good seeing you. All right, Kayla. So you said you donated for a love spread?
I always try to tell them like how you feeling is natural. Okay, you know, feel like this and get it out and let's get back to work.
Why does she look familiar? Have I seen her before? Oh.
He's trying to be a challenge. He wants to.
I got it, Kayla. Let me shuffle for you now, okay? All right. Baby boy. It's getting late. It's starting to turn into his bedtime. Is that Paula? Is everyone changing their YouTube name, or am I just seeing your names now when they did the change? Hey, how are you? All right. Turned off the humidifier. Do you want to run in there and you can't go in the room? Huh?
No, I'm holding it.
No, I'm saying I said I turned the humidifier off. Do you want me to run in and turn it on?
Oh yeah. Every time you put it on.
No, I said, do you want me to? Good. I'm glad to hear it. Kayla, I have pulled your cards. Give me like 2 seconds. I'll be right back to do your reading. Okay. Thank you, sweet pal. I appreciate that. You guys have been so nice. Okay, so Kayla, um, tapping into this energy here. Oh, that's so interesting. I just did a love spread. Just what? No, was the one before you? No, it was 2 readings ago, and you have 2 cards in the exact same place that they had theirs, like in the same position. And I shuffled this like multiple times now, so I don't even know how that would happen. Even if I didn't shuffle, I don't know how that would happen. So it's actually pretty crazy. You okay? Oh, it seems to be he's feeling worse. I might have to sign off here soon. Um, okay, so Kayla, for your connection overall, will the relationship be successful? I am getting that it is set up for success. I have the 10 of Pentacles, so at the end of the day, I think you guys have enough going here for you guys to be able to make something work. Um, it's like you guys have the ingredients. It's like just how do we get to that finish line, basically. For what's hidden, essentially, this is kind of what I told the other person that had this card in your position is the 4 of Swords. So keeping in mind, PJ, yes, you can donate. That's fine. Keeping in mind that for Romello and for you, that not everything is what it seems. The 4 of Swords talks a lot about sometimes needing rest, sometimes needing a break, sometimes knowing, oh, baby, sometimes knowing in the background, or remembering and reminding yourself that sometimes things are going on in the background behind the scenes that you don't know about. Just because he hasn't shown the grand gesture doesn't mean he's not planning it. Just because you haven't said to him, I care about you, doesn't mean you don't care. So those are the things that are hidden. It's like just reminding yourselves that you're both human and not everything is what it seems on the outside. A lot of times what we feel is different than how we act, and vice versa. So basically, when it comes to perspective, I guess I feel like this message from Spirit is just to not, like, if you're going to give up on the connection, just make sure you're very clear about why. If you're going to keep the connection going, be very clear about why, and try to remember that this other, like, he might have good intentions. Don't write him off because maybe he's not acting as quickly as you'd want to. And again, these are just examples. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like, don't make rash decisions, don't make impulsive decisions when it comes to this person. If something bothers you, don't like write him off right away. Like, make sure you're communicating it, because you guys are very human, and that there's a lot that's going on internally in your own internal worlds that maybe the other person is not seeing. And a lot of assumptions can be made and a lot of expectations can be made without being clear about expressing your needs and, things like that. So that's, I think, what the message is there for you. The energy around the relationship, we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is um this desire to be very clear about our position, even his feelings need to be very open, communication be very honest and direct. The King of Swords energy doesn't particularly care if you're hurting the other person's feelings as long as you're being honest. That's what matters to the King of Swords. So, the energy around the relationship could be either that it's too honest and maybe you guys are just being really, really blunt with one another and not really considering how that could come across and not being very tactful. Or if you guys are just kind of beating around the bush, it could be encouraging you to be a little bit more direct and be a little bit more straightforward. You said you sometimes overthink. Yeah. How he feels about you, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is a very compromising energy, not compromising in like a bad way, but like wanting to compromise. The Three of Pentacles means that he's willing to look at the drawing board and say, how do we work on this together? Like, how do we make this work for us both? How do we make sure that we're both feeling like our needs are being met and we're being fulfilled? So from his position, how he feels about you is maybe he feels like you and him need to come to some kind of middle ground, some kind of compromise. But it's about being a team. It's about working together to figure it out. And not feeling like, Kayla, you're the one having to put all the work in, or that he is. Like, it's about you guys looking at it together and working through it together. And that's how he's feeling. And maybe he's looking for more of that teamwork building, I guess you could say. For his intentions, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is the card of things paying off and hard work paying off. And so maybe he's thinking to himself, there is a realm where her and I can get what we're looking for out of this. And that is what I want. I want us to both be happy in the end, whether that means it's together or it's separately. I want to figure this out. I want us to just both get what we want in the end. I want us to both feel happy, like it's been fair, like it's what we both want. For you, I have the Hanged Man. So Kayla, I am getting some hesitation. Thank you, PJ. I'll be right with you, okay? I'm just finishing up this reading right now, but you're next. I'm getting from you, Kayla, that you're kind of not sure. You're on the fence. You are the Hanged Man, and you're saying, I'm not writing him off. I'm not walking away from this exactly, but I'm also not actively pursuing this relationship either. I feel like for you, you're just kind of hanging out. You're on the fence, you're in limbo, so to speak. The Hanged Man says, pause. It says, I don't necessarily want to backtrack, but I also am not really ready to walk away from this either. And I'm kind of in this place where I'm contemplating. I'm thinking it through. I'm trying to figure out what the best move, what the next step is going to be, so on and so forth. And I think from him, he doesn't want you to make that decision by yourself. But depending on the history that you guys have and the experience you've had with him, you may feel that you need to make that decision on your own for yourself. For what he wants, I have the Page of Wands. I think that you're dealing with someone who's very much okay being on their own, marching to the beat of their own drum, doing their own thing. Romello's just very much okay being on his own, very much okay being independent. I wouldn't, I'm not going to go as far as to say he's an introvert, but if the shoe fits, take that message. I feel like he's the type of person that's if I'm single, great. If I'm in a relationship, great. I can take it or leave it. He's very much okay with he's not in the business to force things. Let's put it that way. He wants things to be fun and flirty and exciting, and he doesn't want to feel like something is smothering or suffocating him. And he's happy to be in a relationship if he can breathe, if there's breathing room, if there's feeling like you guys are adding value to each other's life. But when it comes to relationships, if he's feeling like it's too much work, you know what I mean? Like if you guys have to try way too hard, um, then he's like, I don't really think it's something that I want. But I think for you, he's willing to, I guess, talk it through, I suppose, or maybe try to find some kind of common ground before completely walking away. So I don't really know whose court this ball is in. It's feeling very much like you each think that the ball is in your own court. um, but maybe you are just more uncertain and maybe he's more open. But I feel like that seems backwards. Like when I say that, it feels almost like I'm not making sense because I feel like maybe you feel like he's not open. But again, remember when I said things aren't what they seem. Like just because he's not acting a certain way doesn't mean he's not feeling a certain way. And this reading is about how he's feeling inside. So just also take into account that this isn't about his actions. This is about his perception of your connection, what he's wanting, what he's looking for, what he's feeling inside. For strengths and weaknesses, we have the 10 of cups and we have the 6 of cups. So I feel like you guys are both very much in alignment with one another. I have the 10 of cups. This talks about harmony, this talks about peace, this talks about balance. So it's like when you guys are together, you get along well, you very much understand one another, you feel like, okay, this feels right, this feels like kismet, this feels like it's meant to be. When it's good kind of thing. And the weaknesses is the 6 of cups. So it's like if you guys are somehow separated, if you guys do spend time apart, it's like not always the easiest thing for you guys to come back together. The 6 of cups is very much like where you guys reconcile easily, you guys come back together easily, reconnect, reunite, so to speak. And this card also speaks to comfort and things like that. So maybe there's not a lot of comfort in being able to speak your mind with each other. Like maybe you're worried about hearing the wrong thing if you ask for something more directly. Maybe you're worried that he's not going to step up to the plate the way you want him to, or maybe he would rather just kind of pretend like there aren't any like elephants in the room because he would rather just have a good time with you rather than like speak about the hard things. But there's some level of like you guys are both still pretty guarded in each other's presence, even if the chemistry is there and the conversation is there and you guys really just feel good around one another. When it comes to like the more serious topics, it may be really hard for you guys to be comfortable to be vulnerable and like have those conversations. So that could be perceived as a weakness. Now it doesn't mean that that's forever. Again, this is just a love spread for right now. You guys could definitely change that. So as a whole, I think that actually I don't know what I think. I truly don't know what I think. I think here's what I will say. I think conversations need to be had. Even if it's like out of fear of not wanting to hear something, you still need to have that conversation, or he needs to if he's scared about what you're gonna say. I think that you guys just basically need to put it all out there. What you want, what you're looking for, how to meet your needs. Is this something that you can do for one another and fulfill each other's requests basically and go from there? It's not a bad connection. It doesn't seem doomed either. It seems like you could turn this around. Um, but you both have to be willing, because I feel like for him, if he feels like he's putting in all the work, he's just gonna walk away. And I feel like if you feel like you're putting in all the work, you're just gonna be in a standstill. You're gonna be guarded. You're not really gonna know what to do. So, and that's a really hard place to like build a relationship from. So, that's why I was just recommending communication, and not just communication, but just like being very direct, even if it's scary. Hey Brielle, how are you? I hope you're having a good night. Selma, I'm not doing free reads right now. I'm just doing donations. Did you want to donate? Kayla, you're welcome. Am I imagining things, or did you already try to go back there? Have you been here the whole time? Oh my god. PJ, what is your question? Okay, Pal sent through Cash App. Okay, okay. Hey, Rising, I'm doing good. How are you, friend? I know. I don't even know the last time I saw you. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Brielle, that sounds great. Go for it. Okay, let me confirm Pal's donation real quick. I did not get the email yet. Rising, I did get your donation. Thank you so much. I'm going to post the list here in just a second. Oh, yes, it did come through. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, Pal. I'm so sorry. PJ, Pal's donation came in before yours. I'm so sorry. PJ, so there's one person in front of you. Let me update the list. The reason it did come through, the reason why I didn't see it was because it came through just before PJ's and I didn't even, if I processed it, just y'all, you had to forgive me. Okay. All right. So this is the list really quickly. And Pal, I will answer your question here in just a second. I just have to read what you typed. Give me just a minute. Okay. So we have Pal. That's right. You did donate. So sorry. And then we have PJ. And then we have Rising Storm. And then I think Brielle after that. Yes, Brielle after that. All right, guys, that is the list right now. I'm so sorry. PJ says, I expressed to Richard about my desire to move up in the company. At the opportunity arises, he gave me a weird reaction. Didn't seem positive. How does he feel about you saying it? Okay, so one mini question. Got it. Channeled message for Rising. You said hanging in there. I hope you're doing better than hanging in there. I can see your question, PJ. Yes. Okay. Sweet Pal. Okay, so I've got Paola's question. I have PJ's question. Rising Storm wants a channeled message, and Brielle looks like a in-depth love. Brielle, did you want a love spread, or did you have a question specifically in mind? Oh, and then Rising, did you also have an in-depth reading? Okay, perfect. Got it. Is that was he about to jump up there? Is that what you're gonna say? All right. How in depth? Got you, girl. Got you. All right.
Put him in the bed with bassinet.
Bassinet. In depth is 13. And then it's 17 for 2 questions. Love spread for you and Christian. Okay, got it. People are loving the love spreads tonight. Sounds good. PJ, that's fine. I saved your question, but I'll remove it and you can just post your new one whenever you're ready. So, Paula, you made this question a in-depth one, so I'll pull extra cards for you, okay? You're welcome. Okay, PJ, I got your question. All right, sweet pet, let's see what we got for you. Oh man. How you always have these exes. You have exes around you. Okay. I'm just going to kind of go in order because I feel like I have a lot of thoughts and I just want to kind of keep things organized. The first card that came out is the Hangman. So as far as a relationship coming about for you in April, I'm not getting that. However, I do see with the Queen of Wands a glow up, so to speak. So I think maybe sometime this month and into next month, you are doing things to kind of change how you feel. And that radiates to your external physical appearance. This could be like something like affirmation work that starts to change your appearance because you're giving more love to yourself and affirming things to yourself, all the way to going and changing your complete look, like your hair color, your haircut, your sense of style or fashion, This could be working on your health, things like that. But basically, it's like the Queen of Wands. So it's very much like you're turning a lot of heads in April. People are really noticing you in April. Like you're feeling very, very attractive in April. You could have a lot of people that are like asking you out and wanting to date you. It's like the Queen of Wands energy when you feel the most confident, and you really feel like I think there are times in people's lives where like different times they're not really sure why, but they're suddenly just very attractive to people, and it's like this is April for you for some reason. That's what I'm getting. um Now I do see returning of people in your life, maybe because you're exuding this kind of this energy of confidence and radiating like this very like glow up beauty, like just overall like fun. I feel like you have this like energy about you in April, and maybe that's being translated to people from your past. Maybe you're posting a lot of pictures and you're looking really good, and these people are reaching out to you, wanting to communicate because of it. Or it could just be that they're missing you. I mean, everything is energy. It could just be an energetic thing. But I have the Six of Cups here, and that usually speaks to people from the past popping back up into your life. And I have the Ten of Cups right next to it and the Ten of Swords on the other side, which makes me feel like this was relationships that were cut off by you. So things that you put to an end, maybe like exes resurfacing, things like that. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Um, I feel like you are the standout in April. Like, for instance, if, like, let's just say someone asked for your number and wanted to take you out, and you were like, are you dating other people? And they were like, yeah, I'm dating other people, but I'm most interested in you. Like, that's probably what you would be hearing in April. That you are the standout person. Like, you're the one at the top of everyone's list. Um, so you could feel like there's a lot of people that are seeking and wanting your attention. And I feel like from you, from your perspective, you're like, I want to make the right choice. So I feel like, Paula, even though you're very much like, open to love and you're open to a relationship, it's not anything in April that you want to nail down. You feel like you want to be smart about it. You want to not just jump into something for the sake of jumping into something. You want to make sure that you're making the right choices. You're doing the research. You're going in depth. You're asking the right questions. You're paying attention to any red flags. Like, I feel like the King of Swords energy is very much like, I will cut you off if I feel like something is not right here. And just very much paying close attention to, um, remembering what it is you're looking for and not settling for anything less than that. And so I think you kind of are trying to navigate that in April, but it's like you're at the top of everyone's list, but maybe they're not at the top of yours, so to speak. But again, just to kind of round this out, I don't think that you enter a relationship that soon. Now, if you don't mind me asking, are you Oh, you might have already answered my question. I was gonna say, are you talking to anyone right now? And by the way, this doesn't have to just be for love either. Like, you might be giving this like radiance, of like projecting that radiance in April, and you could just be like the number one choice and across the board, and not just in love, maybe in like work or friendships. Maybe everyone's wanting to hang out with you and see you. Your social calendar could potentially be really full as well in April. You said, oh yes. Okay. Perfect. Well, that is what I have for you, sweet pal. I think continue doing that because it's definitely something that's going to be noticed in April. Obviously you're doing that for yourself and for no one, not for anyone else. But hey, I think that's a great reading, honestly. Whenever someone's talking about working on themselves and the Queen of Wands comes through, that just really means like you hit your goals. Perfect. All right, sweet pal. If there's anything else you wanted to add on for, let me know before I move on to the next person. You're welcome. Okay, next on the list is PJ. So we're going to pop this up on the screen. You guys will have to forgive me. I am trying to get through these readings as quickly as possible. I did put a disclaimer at the beginning of this live stream that my baby is sick. He's been sick all week, unfortunately. And there is going to be times where I might have to step away from the reading to like take care of him. But my husband's got him right now for the most part. Just he's a breastfed baby. And so there are only certain things I can do for him. Do you get what I mean? So if something like that happens, I just wanted to throw that out there while I have you guys here waiting on your reading. Oh, let me update this. Hold on, because I just completed Paola's reading. So I'm trying to get through this as quickly as I can, I promise. You're welcome, pal. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for joining in. So, PJ, I'm going to shuffle for you now. Thanks, girl. All right, PJ. So, to answer your question, I feel like this is a no. I don't know if this is like he doesn't anymore or if, you've had readings period or with me specifically that are like, yeah, there might be something here, but I feel like we're either not having feelings or not anymore kind of thing. As far as romantic feelings, because I asked and I got the 3 of Swords. So I feel like there's some kind of no here. It's like a sharp, hard no for me. It's hard to speak on like what the energy shift is that you've been feeling with this person because that's not like the question at hand. Um, but I feel almost like there's potentially like Richard's having like a different perspective of you or a different perception of you. Maybe it's like maybe Richard felt like rejection from you or something. Like maybe there was potentially interest here, but felt like, he didn't have an in or something like that. And then, do you know how sometimes when like people can like be interested and open, and then like when they find out you are not interested in them, or you're not like as sure about them as they are about you, then they can get their ego hurt and bruised, and then suddenly they just like are mean. I don't know. Like that's kind of what it feels like. It's almost like he's coming across like someone who might have been interested at one point, but now is just like offended and like maybe just it's petty for some reason. I'm just feeling like pettiness coming from this person. I have the Hierophant in It's okay. I have the Hierophant in reverse, which makes me feel like he doesn't necessarily have your best interest. Like it's almost like, what is in this for me? And not so much what is in this for us both. Um, Almost like why would I help her with this kind of thing? Or why would I want to help her when I'm not getting anything out of it? And so it feels like if there were feelings here at some point, um, they're not really there anymore, speaking from like his ego. Um, Almost like he didn't think that he had a shot and he was like offended about that. So like if you were giving any kind of vibes of disinterest, I feel like maybe he like his ego got bruised a little bit, his pride got a little hurt, and he was just like, well, fine, like I'm not interested anymore. It's kind of like when a guy hits on someone at a bar and they're like not interested, and then he's like, fine, bitch, like, you know what I mean? It's like just because someone's not interested in you, you're gonna take it so personally, like get over it. I feel like that's kind of what this is. I feel like maybe he wasn't really sure what your thoughts were, or maybe you did, but yeah, exactly, he's still invested. um it's just maybe more like he doesn't feel like he has a shot, so it's like, why would I help you? It's kind of like the person that only wants to help someone if they're going to get something out of it. You know what I mean? Or only wants to pursue someone if it means something for them. It's like, I'm only going to buy you dinner if you're going to have sex with me because I bought you dinner. Like, there's an expectation that I feel like Richard places on his importance. He has this, like, what's in it for me kind of energy. You wanted to promote. Did you turn him down? Like, was there any kind of interaction that like he expressed interest and you were like, no? Oh, I hear a sniffly guy. I was wondering about that. Yeah. I think he's still having like a normal day. He's not like overly tired and he's not overly awake. He's not fighting every nap, at least. You expressed and he made a face instead of being supportive because you work together. There could also be a competitive angle here. Wait, let me go back to your question that you were talking about. Hold on. Oh, so um he's not like a higher ranking than you. You guys are like on the same level. Are you guys like coworkers, or is he like a leader? Like, is he a supervisor, manager, or anything like that? Phew. Oh, I think that's why this came up. Like, why would I help you part? He is higher ranking. Okay, that makes sense. So I was like, I'm getting that you would not need his support, but like you'd hope for it. And he's like, what am I going to get out of this to help you? And not to mention, but some people just like to feel superior, and maybe he likes feeling superior to you at work. A lot of people put their value on like what they do for a living. And maybe if he feels like you promote, then you guys will be like closer in rank or like more like he won't be superior anymore. You get what I'm saying? Um but does this answer your question? I feel like I'm talking in circles. I feel like as far as romantic feelings go, I feel like he's kind of shut off to that. When did we do the Tylenol? It was just before Roja's reading, I think. When did she come in? Oh, baby. Oh, honey, honey. Said, yeah, I donate. Oh, honey. It was at 10:30. It was like 10:25. So he's getting pretty close to the medicine kicking in. It's like another 15, 20 minutes. He should be feeling a little better. He's being shady. Oh, thank you. It's bad because you're not investing in him. You maintain your distance. I think that's the wisest thing to do. I've got to say, I feel like this guy is a little bit emotionally inept, emotionally immature. And I would just keep things very much at arm's length with this person if I were you. PJ, was there anything else that you wanted to add on for, donate for before I move on to the next person? Baby. He is toxic. Okay. No, thank you. You're welcome. All right, let me update the list really quickly. So next I have Rising Storm. I think, guys, I'm gonna have to temporarily close my list. Maybe indefinitely. I just have to wait until this Tylenol kicks in and see how he's doing, because he sounds like he's having a hard time. So let me see here. Oh, baby. Doesn't it almost sound like yesterday? A little bit. Oh, baby boy. Okay, in depth. Let's see. Yes, definitely. Okay, so we're gonna do in depth first. I'm gonna turn on this light since he's not asleep anymore. All right, guys. So I'm temporarily closing the list. If anyone comes in and donates, the reading will be completed on a delay or refunded. It's to you guys how I do that. But I just can't take any more donations right this second. Who is this person? Oh. I think this is new energy rising. I think that this person is completely new. Like I was like, is this new energy? Is this a new person? And I got the Two of Swords. Now, it does talk about how things are not exactly what they seem. I got like the Two of Swords and the High Priestess, like use your intuition. Things aren't exactly what they seem or what they appear. So there could be some illusion associated with this. However, the Two of Swords with the deck that I use is like the target. It's like, you know how when you play darts and the dart goes right in the center, like a target, like you hit your target. That's what I'm getting. So I was like, is this a new person? And Spirit's like, spot on. You're spot on. This is new energy. So I don't think that this is someone disguising as someone else. Obviously you would have to use your best judgment with that, but it doesn't feel that way to me. Now I asked like about this person and I have the Ace of Wands and Knight of Cups. So I do feel like there is this is romantic in nature. I do feel like this person has interest in you on a romantic, physical, passionate kind of level. We also have the Lovers here. So I think this person is finding companionship with you, liking the communication that you guys have been having, and is looking at you as a love interest potentially. If you feel like it's more on the friendly side, I feel like this person is hoping or expecting something else to happen or develop from it. Let's see. I feel like the give and take is pretty equal. Like you guys are both equally invested in this connection. Like you're not giving more and he's not giving more. It feels very, very balanced. Who is this person? You're saying, oh no. So maybe that's not what you're looking for. But like I said, this is kind of like what his perspective is. Yeah, like the Ace of Wands is like a very attracted. Does this person know what you look like? Do they know who you are? Because I feel like it's like giving admirer. It's giving um like secret admirer, like someone who's admiring you maybe from afar, watching you kind of thing. I don't know if this is creepy or not. You'd have to be the judge of that. But like I'm getting that this person is like very interested in you, like attracted to you. Oh, he watches your channel. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So that's how you guys met. Okay, because I was like, there's something here about this person like knowing who you are, but you not knowing who he is, and that makes a lot of sense. So yeah, this person is digging your vibe. Like there's definitely romantic interest here for him, and he's like, if it goes there, I'm open to it. So, but I think this is just new energy. I really, really do. I think that he is very taken and very smitten. Um, but again, the communication might just be very friendly on the surface, like not really wanting to give too much away. Um, let's see. I feel like it's the way you come across. Like I have the strength card here, and that talks about like a gentle influence. Like I feel like you are very like he's almost looking at you as like a guide, like an angel or someone to answer for like his life issues, I guess you could say. Like he almost looks at you as like someone he's like invested in, as like he admires you, but also like he trusts you and he feels like you influence him, if that makes sense. Because the strength card always talks about like being a very influential person, like what you say holds a lot of weight to this person. Um yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go as far as to say this person's delusional because I don't think that. I mean, I'm not like picking up on that, but I'm just saying maybe this person thinks that this could go further than maybe what you're wanting or what you're interested in. Um, but I think that he likes this communication that you guys are having, and he's very much, I think, trying to play it cool too. Um, like I don't think that he's being like overly forward or anything like that. But I do feel like you guys have this back and forth. Like I said, it feels balanced. It doesn't feel like you're necessarily putting more in than he is. But he watches you from afar and like he trusts you and he feels supported by you. He likes your energy, what you say, how you come across. So yeah, that's what I have. Very much admirer vibes. I meant to ask you to look for baby Vicks at the store today, and I like forgot. And I feel you're very welcome. So you wanted a channeled message as well. Let me pull up your donation real quick. I don't see who you wanted the channeled message for. Did you want to tell me here? Do you want to message me? Okay, got it. Rising, I have to grab my iPad so that I can do your channeled message. Did you want me to just read it out loud to you, or did you want a copy sent to you? How would you like this? Read it out loud. Okay, perfect. I'll let you know once I get started and then because I have to pull cards and stuff and grab my iPad. And then once I get started, I'll let you know. And then once we're halfway through, I'll let you know. And then we're done. I'll read it out loud. Okay. I'll just touch base with you so you know. Hey, Rising, and also Brielle, if you're still in here. My baby is having a really hard time right now. Are you guys okay if I get this sent over to you tonight, but like just not live right now? Because I kind of just want to get him into a place where he's a little more comfortable, and then get these sent over to you. And like Rising, I can email it to you if you want me to. I know you said read it out loud, but I can get it sent to you however you want. And then like Brielle, I can send you a voice note and email that to you if you want me to. Because I have your question, Brielle. You want the love spread for you and Christian. And then let's see. And it would be like soonish. I'm just gonna make sure I can get him to a comfortable place, and then I would get that sent over before I go to bed. He's just not, he's having a hard time. My baby. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's not doing well. Okay, Brielle, do you want to message me on Instagram and then I'll just send you a voice note there? Or do you want me to email you? How do you want to do it? Just surprised the Tylenol hasn't off. He's not building like anything. It's okay, Rising. I was saying that Knox, my son, he's having a really hard time right now. The Tylenol just doesn't seem to be like doing anything, and I think I need to get in the bed and nurse him and just like try to get him comfortable. So I was saying, are you guys okay if I send you your reading offline? Like it would be tonight. I would get it sent over to you like before I go to bed. I just don't know if I can stay on anymore. Okay, perfect. Rising, message me on Instagram so that I can make sure that I've got like your contact stuff. I can email it to you or I can send it to you there. And then Brielle, either email me, leave your email here, or message me on Instagram, okay? All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Just let me know how to get in contact with you guys. Thank you. All right, I gotta go. Sorry.